everybody, welcome. So I'm out here back in the bush, as you could tell, but I'm back here. You can see on the tree there, hanging up markers where there's trails coming in and out of the bush that are being used. Some of these ones are actually, they're starting to get bigger, which is good. That means there's more movement through it. What's odd, because we haven't been catching much on the trail cams, but there's a lot of movement starting to happen. I'm starting to see a lot of trails open up. But I'm marking on more because some of these trails I just drive by and don't even think of because, you know, I'm busy thinking about content or thinking about whatever is going on around home and whatever has to get done. But I want to pay attention to the ones I'm going to mark because these are heavily traveled and I want to see if there's any scrapes or rubs near these trails. And basically, they're going to be my eye openers. I'm going to keep my eyes on these trails that are marked, and I'm going to look for action coming this fall. As as we're talking about fall, it's coming. Everything has kind of taken that change, that turn of the season. I'm hoping this year we're not going to get hit with a really bad year. We had lots of fun today. We went to the brand new swimming pool that Hudson Bay just built. They've been raising money for quite a while. They get a new pool built and stuff for the town. And last Friday, I believe, was its grand opening. And so we finally went today, and it was awesome. The kids had so much fun. Good morning, everybody. Beautiful Friday morning here. Been back here, do my morning rounds like normal, but also keep my eye open for a bear that someone had to take a shot at because it kept going to his house, and he's got kids, and he's been having a lot of issues with this one bear, and it took off towards our place. And I'll show you. Way probably 60 to 80 acres that way is a friend's place where the bear's been having issues. He took a shot and it came back this way. But I came back here yesterday and yesterday evening and was looking. Started marking some of my trails where I could see where deer's been coming in and out of the bush and trying to get an idea of directions that they keep going. I found this morning. The wheat. There's been bear here from last night to now. So you can see how it's trampled down. What I think they did is I think the bear came from here and kind of went in here, did some eating, went through, and then back through because there's a trail right there. I think that's what the bear did. It was moving in that direction anyway because the way the wheat is folded over, it went that way. Yeah, so I'm going to keep going and just see what I can find out and try to bring you some more. So I'm going to go for a small walk and see if I can find where this path, where this bear had gone to. And see if I can find some footprints better than what there is at that spot I showed you. And just see if it's gone, you know, either which way. That way I can gauge areas better and stuff like that. And just keep myself alert with everything. And hopefully pinpoint where these guys are. Because obviously if the bear keeps going up to his house, he has no problem coming up to my house, and I got small kids, so don't want bears like that around. So far, we've been lucky, and just before we moved here, it was months before we moved here apparently, a bear actually got into the side porch of our house, so just being alert. I was heading back up towards the house, and I was coming around the corner here, and there's more path in the field here, which I'll show you. I don't know, you can see it here, kind of goes that way, but it crushes up pretty good. The camera doesn't do it justice, but the dirt is still pretty like packy mud, and there's absolutely no hoof prints anywhere here. Now with the way that soil is, a hoof would have pressed down into that dirt. I believe a bear came through here. I'm almost positive a bear came through here. So if he came from the bush, came through my trail, which I did not get on my trail cam, that I don't think anyway, he kind of walked this way and is going back that way. Because I know back in this area, this is where the mama and the 3 cubs have been, along with just over there inside my blind area. Because deers, they have such long legs. They don't crush down the wheat and oats very easily. You'll see a small little narrow pathway. This is actually a little bit bigger than that. It's hard to see on the camera. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to back up around the corner here, and I'm going to go that way and see if I can find the other end of this trail and see if I can see prints over there to see if I can determine what it is. I'm almost positive it's bear because there's no hoof prints, and this soil is wet enough that they would leave prints because their hooves would dig in. But that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to go check out the other side. And like I suspected, I don't know if this is the end of the trail, but the wheat and oats here are all crushed down. Sorry about the camera. They're all crushed down right here. So a bear has been through here and has gone from one side to the other, right in there. And you can see that path has opened up quite a bit. It goes over to where I was just a minute ago over there. And down here for a minute, just see if I can find any prints to confirm it. But something has come through here, right into there, and that's all flat. Just like what bears do. They flatten everything. Yeah, if you look here, this might have been the side of a paw. This is definitely not a deer mark here. Now, if you look here, look at, like, this is all moved. There's actually a little print there. I think this, yeah, this is different. Yeah, you can see this is all knocked down pretty good. And it goes off, goes over to where I was. So Dad, if you're watching this, you need to put a trail cam back up over here because these bears are back. Yeah, so when you live in a place like this is definitely something that you have to be aware of and be taught what to look for, when to look for at different times of seasons for different animals and stuff like that. We don't have any major issues here except for like bear. Like we have wolves, but they're no, I've seen one in 2 years. They're not an issue. The only issue that any kind of threat that's here is the bear. So we know there's been an issue with someone up the road, and they're now showing their face here, which was funny because Dad and I actually just spoke the other day. He's like, I haven't even seen them. I says, well, they're around. We're probably going to start seeing them soon. And boom, today there's a whole bunch of traffic back here, and that's definitely bear. Because with that muddy soil that I just showed you, a hoof would have made an indent in the ground for sure. So that was definitely a pad on top of the ground. So they're back here on the south side of the property for sure. So might start moving some trail cams and getting some footage over on this side. So I want to show you what I was talking about with the prints. I found an area where the dirt's a little bit drier than where it was, and you can see the deer print absolutely no problem. So I'll show you the difference here. That's a hoof print, actually 2 of them. The way deer are built, they got long lanky legs and their hooves come down on an angle, so when they step like that, and the hooves will widen out and make an imprint almost no matter what, unless it's like bone dry, you'll see prints. And all back through those trails there was no prints, so that's what tells me that it was something more flat that was just pressing on the ground, walking like a bear, not a deer. So that's how I figure that out.